Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy, the Unspoken God. I'm back again with another video. So today's video is going to be Xiao's build and setup guide. So welcome, come on in, kick your feet up, get relaxed, and hopefully I can teach you something new. So with that being said, let's jump on into it. Okay guys, so we over here at Xiao's attribute page. Here's his main stats. 2000 attack, which is pretty good. Let's check out the details. We got crit rate 48%, crit damage 208. You want as much crit damage as possible on your Xiao, so you can hit bigger numbers when he's using his plunge and his auto attacks, and even his E ability. Okay, so the higher this number, the more damage you want to put out. The bigger the numbers. Okay, and the higher the crit rate is, the more often you will be able to put out bigger numbers. Okay, so you want a sweet spot of between 40 and 50% crit rate, and try to get your crit damage as high as possible. All right, we got 148 on his energy recharge, and for his anonymous damage we got 46%, which is hella good. That's from the cup. Okay, let's check out the weapons. The current weapon I'm chose to go with is the Skyward Spine. I lucked up and got this weapon, so I went on here, put him in this weapon. This is a great weapon because it gives energy recharge and a high base attack. The energy recharge helps with getting him into his ultimate, so you can spam his normal attacks and his plunge damage. Okay. All right. It gives you some crit rate and attack speed, so that attack speed is hella good. This vacuum blade is really not all that, but it's some extra damage. You see what I'm saying? It's just extra damage, so you don't have to worry about that. But if you're free to play, the next best weapon that you could use is the prototype star glitter. You can craft that at the blacksmith. Go ahead, whip that bad boy up, and you should be good for your Xiao. So depending on how you want to build your Xiao, this Xiao right here that I have now is the animal version of the build that I have. I have two builds for him. I'm gonna do another video for the physical damage build, and so you guys can check that out too. So this current build is not going to work with the dragon spear because it gives you physical damage, and it won't work with the crescent pipe because it gives you physical damage. You can use the Favonius lance if you have this one. It gives you a lot of energy recharge, and it resets your let me see. No, with this one, let me see. Particles. No, it just gives you more energy recharge. So basically, this is a good weapon tool to get into your ultimate, but it's not worth it. But if you have, or like I said, I would definitely go with the prototype star glitter over this weapon. But if you can't craft the prototype, go with the Favonius lance. Okay. So yeah, and that'll be it with that for the weapons. So this is a great weapon. If you have it, use it. And if you have the Primordial Jade weapon, go with the Primordial Jade because it gives you more damage output. Let's check out the artifacts. The current artifacts that I'm rocking is a 4-piece gladiator set because I like to spam my normal attack, and normal attack is hella fun with this guy. Like, he's so fun with just playing with the normal attacks. I just love it, and his charge attacks, I love it. So plunge damage, I throw in some plunge damage with it, but you know, like I said, I love his auto attacks. All right. On a flower piece, I have crit damage rolls on there and some extra attack plus the energy recharge. The feather, crit rate, crit damage. The sands piece, crit damage, attack. Make sure you have your sands piece attack percent, okay? And for the cup, animal damage cup, crit damage on it, which is pretty good. And for the head piece, crit damage, substats, crit rate, and some extra attack. Okay, so this is the set right here. This is the artifact set. Make sure for your substats is crit rate, crit damage, attack. Okay, so make sure you get those stats, and you should be good on your Xiao. Constellations, I have none, but that's okay. You can still work. You can still play with him absolutely, just as if you had a C6. He's free to play friendly. Okay. So the talents, your main priority when you leveling up your talents, make sure you do your normal attack first, and then focus on your ultimate, and then you're gonna do your E. Okay, so that is hella good with that. So now we're gonna head over to the party setup and different combinations on how you can use your Xiao. So let's head over there to the party setup now. Okay guys, so this is the team setup right here. We got Xiao, Zhongli, Xiao, and Sucrose on the team. I'm gonna give you guys different character combinations that you can try out for you depending on your account. So for right now, this is the setup I have now. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you why each character is here. Alright, so we got Zhongli here because in patch 1.3, every time you use his E and put a shield on yourself, any enemy that's around Zhongli or in any character that you actually have out is going to reduce their resistance by 20%. Every resistance in the game is going to be reduced by 20%. So that includes animal damage. So while Xiao is out on the field with the shield, he's going to have he's going to do additional 20% more damage because their resistance has been cut by 20%. Okay, so keep that in mind. That is why you need to get your Zhongli. So if it's bound to come back around, make sure you get your Zhongli because he is a great unit to have on your team. Okay, and max out his HP because you want that shield to be hella strong. Okay, alright, so we got Xiao on the team because, like I said, if you don't have Xiao, this is because I like his auto attacks. I like Xiao's auto attacks. I got Xiao on the team because it raises his auto attacks by one level. So that means if you max out your Xiao to level 10 and you crown him, you're gonna be able to push it all the way up to level 11. You'll get more damage. Basically, you're gonna go beyond your limit. You're gonna break his limit. So this is the reason why I have Xiao on the team. If you don't have Xiao, you can always replace him. But I'm gonna give you some different combinations. We got Sucrose on the team because she's another Anemo character, so that means I'll be able to get into Xiao's ultimate a lot faster. Okay, so that helps out a lot. And not only that, we get this buff here we get the movement speed by 10% and stamina excuse me. We get the decreased stamina consumption by 15% and shortens the cooldown by 5%. Oh man, we ain't gonna redo this. We keep that in there. But yeah, that's why we got Sucrose on the team. And not only that, she's a Catalyst user. So we swapped out Barbara and gave her the Thrilling Tales of the Dragon Slayers book, so we get that extra 48% attack increase for 10 seconds every time we switch from Sucrose to Xiao. So we get another 48% increased damage. So this is a huge tip that you guys can use to push Xiao's attack even farther beyond. Alright, so this is the team that I have set up, but I'm gonna show you guys the different combinations that you can actually use. So if you have Zhongli or another Geo character, you can swap out Sucrose and go with. But this is going to this might affect you're gonna put more damage out depending on your energy recharge. But you're going to definitely have more damage. You can go with Ningguang and swap out Ningguang weapon and give her the Thrilling Tales of the Dragon Slayers. And now that you got the Thrilling Tales of the Dragon Slayers, let's switch it. Now that means you got, instead of you having the Anemo resonance, you got the Geo resonance. That means your shields increase by 15%. Plus you're gonna be doing another 15% increased damage. And the Geo is nice. You have the Geo, but you're not gonna be using the Geo resonance for that. The resistance. You're not worrying about that. You're going for the 15% more damage. Plus you got the book on her, so now you got that going. So this is going to increase your damage even more beyond that with this setup here too. So if you don't got Xiao, you can go with Bennett. Bennett would be a great character to add to your party. So that way you got Bennett for his ultimate. Make sure you build your Bennett for energy recharge, so that way you can get into his ultimate a hell of a lot faster. So that way you can buff your Xiao's attack. Okay, so now you got Ningguang for the tails of the threatening cells, 48% increased attack, and you got Bennett on the field, plus you got Zhongli for the 20% anemo resistance, so decrease. So that way that you will definitely have this, and not only that, you got the 15% resonance right here. So this is another great team you can try out if you want to test it out. Okay. Also, you can keep Bennett on the team. You can switch out Ningguang. If you have Klee as a catalyst user, you could go with the Thrilling Tales and Dragon Slayers on her, and that way you could have the double pyro for the 25% increased attack instead of the 15% increased damage. Okay, so this is another great team you can check out, and that'll be it for all the teams. So if you guys found this helpful and useful, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back with some more content just like this. So with that being said, deuces.